Okay, so I am trying to get through all the videos I've already made and need to post, but I just keep making more videos that I don't post. So hopefully I actually remember to do this one. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the gigantic chaos that is one crappy skein of yarn off-gassing and ruining multiple bags of other yarns. So what happened, and I still don't, I'm not sure which one's the culprit. I'm almost positive, that it was this one. So it doesn't smell like anything now, but these are the Red Heart Super Saver, oh my gosh, what is my brain telling me? It's the one that you make the squares. Brain is broken. Anyway, so I hate Red Heart Super Saver with a fiery passion. I hate the texture. It hurts my autism. So I don't get this anymore, and I have done everything in my power to rid it of, from my stash. However, my favorite color of all time is a Red Heart Super Saver that they discontinued many, many, many years ago. It's actually very similar to this color, but it is not this color, and I have never, ever found it again. So I have a couple of those skeins, made my sister's baby blanket out of it. I have one skein left I'm saving for something special. I don't know what. It will be scratchy if I do it for something to wear, so I don't know. I'm figuring it out. Actually, a mosaic would be perfect. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, I have not taken my ADHD medication today. Hi. So anyway, back to this. So I used this for a hat. It was fine. I stuck it away somewhere and it sat there. And then I found all of these skeins and I put them, because I actually organized everything and I put all the skeins together in individual bags, and they're sealed because they were getting stored outside, and everything was fine. I'm pretty sure it was this one. I found it and I stuck it in the bag with these. Forgot about it. Opened it up, had a little bit of a weird smell. It was like, that's odd. Everything's got a little bit of a weird smell. But I was condensing, so I tossed it in another bag of my 4-weight yarn. Everything in that bag smelled, and I was like, oh no. I Googled it, I looked it up, everything. It's off-gassing. That was the best way to describe it. And my husband, his job, he knows what off-gassing is. He understands what insane problem it can be and how difficult it is to get rid of. I tried literally everything. First of all, I separated these out from everything else because I wasn't 100% sure which one did the off-gassing. So I separated everything out. I took the batches of everything that was left. I put them in a basket full of, with baking soda, left it out, left it in the sun, did all those things, rebagged it, rechecked it. They're fine. Everything's good there. This one, tried the same thing, didn't work. Nothing worked. So I finally caved and I washed it. It smelled so bad in my washer and in my laundry room. And we were talking, I'm the trophy wife. I don't understand how the off-gassing and all that stuff works, but how it was explained to me was the only way to get rid of it is to stick it in a pressure chamber, basically, until the off-gassing dies. So, but online they said you could wash it. So I washed it. I used a cap full of bleach and regular washing pods, and it smelled worse. And my whole washer stunk too. It was bad. So I washed it again with vinegar, which it smelled just as bad. And then I washed it again with baking soda. That worked. So there's not even a slight hint of the smell at all. It's all totally gone. Yep, totally gone. It smells like I washed it. It's freshly laundered. So yeah, not even a little bit. So now I have a bag full of yarn that is all mixed up, and I'm going to attempt to cake it. I don't want to throw it away, especially after all of that effort, but it is a royal pain in the butt. So I will deal with this. I think I'm going to have to deal with this another day. So I have a lot going on right now. But anyway, this is your PSA. Off-gassing is a problem with cheap yarn. I have never, in the history of ever, had an issue like this happen until now. It is common enough that it's online. You can find a lot of forums on it, and it is typically cheap yarn. And it is more common with Red Heart Super Saver, which is garbage yarn. Garbage. It is garbage. Pretty colors, garbage yarn. Not worth my effort. So I'll fix this. I had planned to make beanies and sweaters with this. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But for now, I'm going to go shove it in a crevice in my room and pretend like it doesn't exist, because I have a lot of other things to make, because I might add an extra market in 2 weeks, and I am not remotely close to ready to go. So, yay. All right, I just did a dog costume contest. I slept 3 hours. I'm very tired. A friend of mine is a dog trainer, and we had this wild idea to put on a dog costume contest for our community, and it was a lot of fun. We had only a couple no-shows. We had hundreds of dollars of donations for the prizes, and it was a little hot, but it was a good time. We had a lot of fun. So I don't know if this is actually on, so we'll have to check the audio after this and see if it worked. Anyway, update on the yarn. I bagged it up. I did the caking thing. I caked it up to take a good long while to get everything untangled. So that's all done. An update. So I had stuck it in this bag with a bunch of other big twist yarn, and there's a couple red hearts in here, and this is the one that I had like put them separate and put baking soda in there to try to get the smell out of there. These weren't as bad, the smell wasn't as bad, but because the evil demon yarn was in there just temporarily, it did affect it. So I opened it up yesterday, and it had just a very slight, and it doesn't seem to be all the skeins, it's just whichever ones it was closest to seems to have like a slight smell. So I rebagged it up because I was super busy and I didn't want to deal with it. So I will take it out again, and I will probably, now that I know, have to actually wash those skeins. Such a pain in the butt. It is my worst nightmare. It actually ruined every single bag. So I played hot potato with bags, trying to separate everything out, chunk them out. I tried charcoal, I tried everything. And whatever that smell was, whatever that off-gassing was, affected every single bag, every single box that it touched. Even if I thought I had cleaned it out, like I Lysoled the bag and then I put some stuffies in the bag, every single stuffy smells like it. And they're not as bad as the original, but it is, whatever it is like a plague. A plague to all of my yarn. So definitely I went in and separated out my yarn into smaller bags just in case this ever happens again. I have never had this happen with any of my parfait, anything. So I still, regardless, like it was just such a nightmare, and this took so much of my life that I am now keeping everything chunked up in smaller bags just in case. So I'm grouping the colors up. So I'll have oh my God, don't even look at my room. It's so messy. I'm going to have the colors chunked up, and I need to order smaller bags, and I'm coming up with a system for that. So all that being said, I mentioned that I might add a market because I do a monthly farmers market, and that's where I get a large component of my sales, and they bumped it 2 weeks. So I was thinking about, so instead of having a fall market at the beginning of November, like with the first couple of days of November, where I could kind of offload some of my Halloween stuff. They bumped it 2 weeks. So now everything I have for Halloween, that's it. That was all my market. So I went to go add a market, paid $40. Never got an email. Contacted them. They didn't have any contact information. They were like, get a hold of the city. So I did, and nobody got back to me. Showed up, and the lady running it was so rude. So rude. And I had spent the last 48 hours reorganizing everything. Tent vendor events, outdoor tent vendor events during this holiday season in South Texas. When it rained on the way there, it can just randomly rain. The wind can get really bad. It can be hot. There's a lot of variables. So putting together all of my display and tent items, anything and everything I need, plus the decorations and then the actual inventory, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. And then we took 2 cars and drove all the way down there. It's an hour away, just for her to be like, sorry, we had a meeting yesterday. You should have checked your email. I'm like, I did. I've done events with you guys before. My email is valid. You sent me an email, like the auto email from the payment. I've only done 1 event with them previously, and they were horribly disorganized then. This was 10 times worse. And the event didn't start for another 2 hours. So she had, like, it made no sense. And there was another vendor there who also was like, I never got an email. I got nothing. And I came here, like, I drove super far away too. We came here to, like, vent. And she's like, sorry. And just absolute monster. So I was enraged. I said more cuss words than I've probably said all year long. My husband, like, sweetheart, just let me just rant in a parking lot as loudly as humanly possible about what a horrible human this person was. And then we went home and drove an hour home. But he is the sweetest person on the planet, and he went and got Panda Express. Sorry, I forgot what it's called. I am very tired. And I had an event today, the dog show. So it was like back-to-back events anyway. So I got home and I just worked on the dog show stuff. I had to do an insane amount of graphics for all the certificates everybody donated. I only had 2 certificates that were done and printed for me. So I had to, like, go create the graphics for everything else and do all that. So it was a lot of work. So I'm kind of glad I didn't do the show, because I wanted to make this really good, but I needed the income from it so I can buy more inventory during the premiere sale it's like in a week or 2, and it ends the day before my next show. So that was income I was going to use for inventory. So super irritated about that. So I'm going to focus on, I have a lot of special orders. I have a couple Sanja boys. I already delivered one. I have one that I just need to finish sewing. Somebody wanted a mirror doll, and I'm making that up. That's my first time just freehanding something, and I think it's okay. I think it's turning out okay. I like it so far. And yeah, I'm just going to focus on that, and it was just a major waste of my time for that show. And unfortunately, that can be the case. And I'm in an area where things are not shored up. There's a lot of chaos. So I don't think I'm going to do that again. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do any vendor events in town anymore. I'll do my one farmer's market because I know for the most part what to expect. And I am going to focus on my online store. And that is what I should have been doing anyway, is I should have focused on my online store. And I've been procrastinating because it's a lot of photography. I am not a good photographer. So I'm going to try, but I really don't like taking product photos. I have a friend who is good at taking product photos, so he's going to help me, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I got all the stuff for it. So I am going to just force myself to do that and not worry about those shows and just advertise my my online store. And yeah, hopefully that works. So that's the update. My dog won the most points. We gave away he won a prize for doing the most tricks as well. There was no prize for who had the most points. There was a prize for best tricks and spookiest and cutest and audience choice. So he had the most amount of points, which made me so proud. He won for Trickster, but we gave it to the second place puppy, which was well deserved because this puppy's been working extra hard on learning how to do little tricks and stuff. And yeah, it was really fun. It was just, and then she ended up giving away, I found out recently, she ended up giving away a bunch of stuff in the basket to other people who didn't win, just so they had something. It was just a total love fest. Everyone had fun. It was super cute. I am exhausted. And now in like an hour, like looking at my imaginary watch, I do that a lot. I've never worn a watch, but I still do that a lot. I am going to help with the education department to put on a kids haunt and a couple doors down for me. And yeah, we're supposed to like paint stuff and do some arts and crafts and things. So I took a little nap. I should take a longer nap. I'm going to go do that. And then I got to work on a special order I'm delivering tomorrow. And I have 4 special orders that I need to, 2 I need to finish, 2 I need to start, and I need to get them done like ASAP. So anyway, wish me luck.